discussing, and then we'll avail ourselves to some questions or we can have some dialogue. What I will be basically presenting here to you this evening are what are the basic universal beliefs of Muslims and also the major pillars of the Islamic faith. I will also discuss in terms of what is the difference between a Sunni Muslim and a Shi'i or Shia Muslim. And then I will have also a very short discussion about two terms that have been discussed in the media over the years, which I will give a definition and explanation of those. The first of those terms is the term jihad, and the second one of those terms is sharia. So that's basically what I plan on discussing right here, and then I avail myself for questions. Let me also say that I can answer, or to the best of my ability, questions that are relating to Muslims from a political perspective that maybe have to deal with things overseas, but I want to also make it clear on the outset that you have Islam as a faith, as a spiritual system, and then you have Muslims. And sometimes, just like with other religions, Muslims necessarily don't live up to the universal spirit of Islam. And then Islam, just like other religions, Christianity, Judaism, is not monolithic. In all societies, all religions have something called a bell curve. The bell curve is you have the vast majority of the people are somewhere in the middle in terms of their faith tradition and their understanding and their practice. You have some to the far left that could be considered extremely liberal to the point that maybe they are cultural, have a cultural affinity to their religion and don't practice really any of it. Then you have to the far right, you have people who could be considered rigid and fundamentalists, for lack of a better term, and that could express itself through nonviolent extremism, having extreme thoughts and ideas, extreme rhetoric, or it could express itself in violence. But all traditions have this. So sometimes, and I'll get into it further in my discussions, but sometimes people conflate the actions of what Muslims do and think that this is something that is specifically taught in Islam, which in many cases that is not true. Or sometimes people take certain parts of the religion and cherry pick. They pick certain things that are good to them that suit their own purposes and leave out other parts. So, firstly, Islam as a faith, as understood classically by Muslims, is not something that is considered to be a new religion. The Islamic faith, as it is understood by Muslims, is as old as this universe. Is as old as this universe. And the primary belief of Muslims is called a-Tawheed, or oneness. That God is one, He is His sole creator, He is indivisible, He has no partners, no associations, He is almighty, all-seeing, all-knowing. This is the most important belief in Islam, and this sums up what is called Islamic monotheism. God, according to Islamic belief, can't be limited to any space. He's never been limited to any particular space, never confined to any type of physical body, and He was the first before there was anything called time, and when everything perishes, then there will be God. The second belief in Islam that's very important is that God, being the creator, created beings, angels. It's called malaika in the Arabic language. Angels, beings made of light, who act upon the strict command of their creator, and they do not deviate. According to Islamic belief, angels do not have free will. Angels do not have free will. They are perfect in their obedience, and all angels are good. There are no good angels and bad angels according to the Islamic belief. Angels have various charges that have been given by God. Some of them just act as witnesses of the behaviors of men and write down good deeds and bad deeds. Angels are the ones who came and brought the divine message to prophets, which I will discuss later. The concept of prophethood in Islam, such as Gabriel, is considered the chief of the angels, and Michael is another of the angels. The Islamic belief is that there is an angel who called Azrael, or is called referred to as Raphael in the amongst some, in terms of the angel that comes and takes the spirit of men when human beings are called back to God. The angel that blows the trumpet on the day of judgment. Many different angels that serve different types of purposes according to the Islamic faith. So this is another very important belief amongst Muslims. The next important belief within Islam, as an article of faith, is that God revealed divine revelations or divine books to basically teach human beings two very important things. One, the oneness of God and how to worship and serve God. And two, ethics of how human beings should behave ethically in a society, and how their behavior, in fact, is a type of worship to the Creator. So in Islam, we believe that there were many books that were revealed to many prophets over a period of time that were divinely revealed and divinely inspired. The books that we know of in the Islamic religion, for certain, as believed by Muslims anyway, I should say, are the book or the scrolls that were revealed to Abraham called Suhuf Ibrahim, the Torah that was revealed to Moses, the Psalms that was revealed to David, or my namesake Dawood, David, the Injil or Gospel that was revealed to Al-Masih, the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, and the Muslims believe that the last one of these books is Al-Quran, the Quran that was given to Muhammad, the son of Abdullah. This is another very essential belief that all Muslims believe, irrespective of their geography. The next important belief in Islam is prophecy, called Nubuwah. That God just didn't reveal books and leave man to pick up these books and read it for themselves. That God revealed these books to human beings, to men, that men would teach the book to the human beings that were in their society, and not only teach those books, but also exhibit and live those books through personal example. So the first of the prophets, according to the Islamic belief, is Adam, the father of humanity. This is the first prophet as believed by Muslims. And the following prophet, Adam, was his son Seth, or called Sheeth in the Arabic language, Seth, Sheeth. And in Islam, according to Islamic belief, many of the Hebrew prophets are prophets that we believe were divinely guided by the Almighty, the Creator. Some of those that are familiar to the people amongst the Judeo-Christian background are Noah, Abraham, Moses, Aaron, Joshua, John the Baptist, Jesus Christ, and the last of these prophets, according to Islam, is Prophet Muhammad of 14 centuries ago. And this is something that was articulated in the Quran, and this is why Muslims believe this. The next important belief in Islam is that God preset a system of natural rewards and punishments within in his creation that basically if you do good, there is a set reward